going to stop and say, one of the ways that we can work together is for a housing trust funds, pools of money that can be used for creative projects. So nationally, there's a bill that's moving forward, a national housing trust fund. In Oregon, we had a big win in the last legislature because we all went together in the Housing Alliance and passed a document recording fee towards building a $100 million housing trust fund in Oregon, and the plan is to dedicate a good percentage of that to homeless, creating projects that will help the homeless issues. And then finally, I'll say right here locally in Ashland, we have a housing trust fund in our budget, but we don't have any money. So we have an opportunity, all of us here tonight, to work together, to build coalitions, to take action on the structural causes that we need to change, and I'm proud to be part of y'all doing that.
So, yeah, sure, I can try to talk. Is that loud enough? All right. Yeah, all of our voices together can overpower other voices, hopefully. So I'm here from Portland, Oregon. I'm part of Sisters of the Road, and as the announcer said, Portland, Oregon, Sisters of the Road has been working on issues related to homelessness for 30 years. And, we've led a lot of different fights and a lot of different actions throughout the years. And I've only been here for 8 months. I've only been a part of Sisters for about 8 months now. But I've learned that all the people in the community are just amazing folks. Is it appropriate for me to maybe hold off a second and see if we can get the situation resolved outside, and then we can? Do people mind if we do that? Sorry, it was just really distracting, and I had a hard time concentrating on. We did too. Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead, Randy. We're with you now.
All right. So I just wanted to take a second to introduce Ellis Eckwell. He's going to read a speech he's prepared to deliver in San Francisco in front of the hopefully thousands, and we're definitely, I'd say we actually set our target for 1 million people, and we're going to get there. So without further ado, I'll let you all hear Ellis's words. This is the second time Ellis has given this speech, and he's using this opportunity to deliver the speech to you folks. So give him a round of applause.
A million people? I don't think so. Not yet. Not really for a million people. Anyways, on to my speech. My name is Ellis Eckwell, and I am representing Sisters of the Road Civic Action Group from Portland, Oregon. As one of the new faces of those deprived of housing, I have come to realize that it doesn't matter how educated, smart, intelligent you are. The truth is many Americans are just 1 or 2 paychecks away from experiencing homelessness themselves. We cannot and should not expect the government to do things for us unless we organize ourselves and demand what is right. What we know is right is that affordable housing and keeping people in housing is the best solution to ending homelessness. We must demand that the federal government fund and build affordable housing so that no one who wants a home is without one. This means restoring funding levels to 1978 adjusted for inflation that adequately address the situation on the ground. There are more of us now on the streets than ever before. We must also demand that our government recognize that having a home is simply a human right. We must band together to start. We must band together to start changing the attitudes of our fellow housed citizens, to battle the stereotypes and misinformation spread about those who are deprived of housing due to circumstances beyond our control. We represent the disease of a system that ties our housing status to our civil rights, and that hold individuals responsible for failure of the system. We must show them and convince them that this disease is not contagious and not something we bring to our community, but something that exists as a result of failed policies and misguided assumptions and failure of the system. Think about the reason why people become homeless. For example, as a person currently living with the AIDS virus, I cannot afford the cost of my housing, and affordable housing is not available for me. Others are physically and mentally disabled. Still others are fleeing abuse. We must also start working to stop police oppression of those experiencing homelessness that goes on every day. We must... Thank you. We must challenge laws being passed daily that make it illegal to be without housing in America. We must stand up and challenge local governments whose policies and laws only help to ensure that the cycle of homelessness continues. This is a grassroots movement, and through grassroots movements, laws have been changed and rights have been won. Like the civil rights movement of the 50s and 60s, which started with a few committed community leaders inspired by the voice and wisdom of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., this movement will grow. The civil rights movement spread throughout the country, and it is said loudly, everyone in the country is created equal and we have the same rights. Quoting Dr. King, I have a dream that someday there will be no man, woman, or child, or any other American who chooses not to live on the streets of America will have to do so. If we return back to our respective communities and start peaceful movements in Dr. King's honor to end the isolation of poverty and homelessness, there is no reason why this dream can't come true. So let us go out there. So let us go out there and make things happen and create real change as Americans. Change starts with each of us. My name is Ellis Eckrell, and I thank you for your time.